Roll them scenes. Drop them fucking suds.
Right. Well, get ready. No, Eric, I know you've seen it before, but
I'm impressed every single time.
But you're exactly right. But at the same time, it's new every time. You know what I mean? No, and that's the other thing, man. Is that the thing you have to keep in mind with all this, separate. The thing you have to keep in mind with all this is that every time we do it, it's somebody's first time.
Right.
They get that great experience up front. It's A+ content.
Yeah.
Now, I'll do the intro. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Hello.
Do the intro.
It is I, your internet friend, Jeffrey K. Horkins. And however it came to be, you have fallen ass backwards into Twitch's brewing show, Acquisitions Intoxicated, a show whose stated purpose and indeed its executed fact, with a chain of successes, as long as my arm,
not that long.
giving you that which you already own. It's the art and science of brewing. Now, of course, I am joined, as almost always, by Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster Eric J. Benson, who you will note does not have a delicious, tangy lime sheen on his video profile today.
I know, it's unfortunate. I really like being lime for a day.
Eventually, it's going to be the throwback. It's be like, oh man, remember when Eric was really green for a while?
He's so pissed.
I mean, it's unlikely. Now,
we can try it. We can bring it back.
We can. I'm going to hide non-video participants. Now it's just you and I. It's just the two of us.
Ooh.
We can make it if we try. Now, of course, the program does adhere to the rich tapestry.
Yes.
The monomyth. In our context, what that means is that we're going to put grains inside of a device.
True.
An instrument.
Man, you're not wrong.
Not
wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And we've seen it before. We've seen the expertise with which you can insert any number of things. I mean, my guess is that this is readily cross-applicable to a whole range of activities.
The whole scope that I have.
It's broad.
Access
it's broad.
To.
Well, I mean, listen. Now, I believe in you. So now we do have. It's currently on CO2, but 666.
Yes.
Is last week's. Do we want to pull up the stats on 666 so we can go over a little bit? Now, you want it to have greater carbonation. That's what we discussed yesterday,
tastes
right?
So good,
right?
That I don't want to pull the cord too early.
Exactly. And there's a conversation. Certainly, we've had it on the show before, but there's a witchcraft element to it. Theoretically, it is possible to take a keg that is on CO2 and shake the bejesus out of it.
Yes.
And that will force carbonate the beer much faster than it would naturally. Now, as a term of art, it should be said that there is a conversation inside the brewing community about the extent to which this is a legitimate process.
Yeah, exactly.
As in general with brewing and any of these, functionally speaking, heritage art forms, it's like slow cooking or anything else. Right. There's probably somebody who is like, I don't know about these instant pots.
Yeah, I'm not going to deal with these young whippersnappers and their instant pots. And
well, I mean, and speaking of appliances, there's certainly a pretty, there's a pretty rancorous conversation, even around the device.
Absolutely.
That we use.
Yeah.
If I remember when it first went on to Kickstarter, when you went on to like brewing forums, like they do not like this type of shit.
No, you were taking everything that everybody has been doing for the past 30 years and saying, F you, we can do it with the push of a button.
Yeah, right? Exactly. And then it isn't like, I mean, obviously we're only talking about 30 years, but we're just talking about like the homebrew
side of it,
revolution. Yeah. Obviously brewing goes back, but the art form and the community that surrounds brewing at home, their devices like this are an affront. It's like, imagine in the elder days, imagine a situation where you have like an altar that like does it does the sacrifice for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's just like, listen, we're missing something here. Sacrificing is not about this.
Yeah.
If you disembowel an animal, you
do
know,
it yourself,
and then you read its entrails as a form of divination, you can't rush this process.
Yeah, listen, they don't read themselves. I don't get it.
Yeah, and that's just it, Lane Winry. But there's definitely, and I understand that there's a case to be made, and certainly the case is made most profoundly when the company that makes this device and sustains its cloud-based infrastructure goes out of business. And let it be known, there's some pretty smug gentlemen on these forums now.
Oh yeah. But I mean, the other flip side of that whole coin is once you get out of home brewing, everything's a closed system. So what's the difference, right?
Yeah, like once you get up to the big ones,
you just press play. So there's no difference.
Yeah, like, once you scale up, you're gonna see a lot of that stuff again. That's a fact of the matter. Now, so let's take a look at 666. It's not ready yet, but but is it on? It's on carbonation at your house.
It's on carbonation. It's
can you
but
pull
not
some?
Carbonate. Yeah, it could.
I mean, just for our friends at home, like if it's easy and the tap is ready, they might want to see it just so we can talk about the whole process. But Lane, at any time, that device and the tradition that it represents, can return. No, the truth is they've said it's up for now, and then there's a way. We have discussed it before, certainly, but there's a means by which you can extend the life of those devices for sure. Ryan Rogue, listen, that's how it is. It's like we had an Eric for a season, and we took advantage of the incredible range of services that the Eric provides, and now I mean, I don't know, maybe he lives in Castle Ravenloft. I mean, maybe he was ensconced by mist and taken away to a terrifying semi-conscious realm where his vices will be rendered into a universe designed to torment him. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time it's happened. Let's say that. But turn one win. I can have Josh teach me the ways of Stream Raiders. I know that it seems like Stream Raiders is getting really sophisticated now. The last few times I've seen it, I've been really impressed.
Okay.
All right. Oh, see, now look at this. So get this head.
Whoa. There we go.
Yeah. What is giving us this incredible? Oh, is it just a big push of the CO2 on top because it's cranked up?
Yep. So we're still waiting for more CO2 to be, inside of the beer itself. This is more just because beer's being, or injected with the CO2 at the moment.
Yeah, it's cantankerous, but obviously I can go over the mix here. We got our Munich malt, Victory malt, and our Black Patent malt. So we got some. Gosh, in the Victory is toast.
Yeah, it's like a toasty biscuit.
Yeah, so big toasty biscuit, sweet malt,
but the
classic German lager.
Yeah,
right?
And the black is really giving it a roasted taste.
Yeah, and
so
it's just
toasty
a touch.
And roasted. Yeah,
just a touch. So take a look at this here. Look at that color. That's from 4 ounces. What, 4.8 ounces of
quarter pound, essentially. Oh yeah, 4.8 ounces. Yeah,
not much. Just a touch, and then the class and the Lager X. So basically, what we're talking about, because it's been sitting for a bit, it's just smooth.
Yes.
And because it's right, because we did it well, you do not want to rush the carbonation, basically.
No, I really just, it tastes so good. I don't want to, I just don't want to rush it. Some things
exactly.
Waiting for, right?
Exactly right. And then right up on top, obviously not a whole lot, but Tet, which is a favorite. There's nothing, it's nothing kinky about it. Tet is a workhorse hop.
It's spicy, it's earthy, and it actually balances out the malt flavors that we've put into this.
Yeah, and then depending on the beer, the aftertastes. You were saying that like the spice is actually there at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready for it.
I just sometimes you make an audible and say let's wait a week and really because it's going to brighten the flavor up. The better the more CO2.
Yes, yeah, there is a difference there, and then a nitro.
Oh God,
have you ever had a lager on?
Yeah.
On nitro.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I mean, it's rare. I mean, you never see it.
Oh God, am I in green again?
You're green, yeah.
God damn it.
The Jade Empire is real.
This is ridiculous.
Well, I'm surprised that it happened again. But Green Flame, obviously, right? So we sort of know how to fix it, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like it.
Let's try this ridiculous nonsense. Nope. Oh, yep, there we go.
Green Flame. I mean, listen, the reality is that everyone's enjoying it. I mean, it's creating a, it's like with the Rona, obviously, every day sort of like runs together, right? This is something exciting. It's something new.
Bring something new to the table. We're really experimenting.
Yes, exactly. And we don't determine when it happens, and that so there's a spontaneity.
All right, hold on. I'll be back.
This is an incredible experience. Gathered friends, am I going to be in the middle? Yes. Let me out. Let me out. I was only able to get this one message to you.
I kind of like the two screen face you got going on there.
Yeah. I was engaging in some.
It's like you're looking through somebody's glasses.
Yeah. It's still green for some reason.
What?
I know. You connected and it was the right color, and then it became green. At a later thing, you have my exact camera. I mean, the only thing that you don't have is that it's still the 1080, right?
Yeah. This is bonkers. But I don't understand why it's doing like you can see me fine, non-green, looking at our Zoom chat, right?
No. In my Zoom chat, you're green.
Really? Because I'm not in mine.
Yeah. This is we have to consider that we could be dealing with
evil powers that
sorcerous foes.
Yeah.
It's what it is. It's these large breweries. It's Anheuser-Busch.
Right. They're trying to put us down. They're trying to stop us.
Big malt coming in.
Oh God, they did it.
Oh man, this is what I warned you about. This is the only channel on Twitch that'll tell you the truth about big brewing. No, he's back.
Anything still green?
No, you look great.
Oh,
you look like $1 million goddamn dollars.
What a fucking delight.
Yeah, you look great.
I am cosplaying as a hop. That's it.
As a hop. All right, now that we have you back, do you have something to try over there?
I do, and I'm freaking excited.
What do you got?
Hopefully this won't turn me green again, but it is another Machine House Brewing.
From you picked it up from the cold case at Micro?
Yeah, right down at Micro Homebrew, they have the cold case of beer where they're ordering all new stuff every week, which is amazing. But it's their bitter.
So classic.
Yeah, I am becoming obsessed. Like once we're out of pandemic mode, this is the first Saturday night brewery we visit because I am now obsessed with this brewery.
So whereabouts?
They're right down in Georgetown. Right down on Airport Way.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, now that's farther away than we have gone in the past.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But that area down in that Soto sort of region.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're not from here, that's a largely industrial area that has basically seen a sweeping reclamation into either CrossFit gyms or breweries, which I feel like have a natural there's a natural conflux there.
Absolutely.
To be sure. Now, I should say that Quiet Boy, Brianish, and Blind Cleric, I did see them, and I'm honored by your custom. Thank you so much. Wow, nice color.
Right. This is a beautiful amber ale. I mean, it's a bitter. So lots of crystal malt is in this.
Mm-hmm.
Classic hops. What Machine House Brewing is really known for, apparently, is their cask ale, which
is kind of. I mean, that's a space you can mess with here.
Yeah.
It's not that common in the U.S. Yeah, see, it's nice to dial it. It's nice to dial it back because we do some crazy stuff here. It's nice to dial it back.
It's
and
so
come
simple.
at something more elemental, right?
Yeah. This tastes like almost like a smash, like where there's not a lot of everything going on. It's pale malt, crystal malt, and your hops. And that's where this lands. And oh my God.
I mean, that seems okay. Yeah, one of the more famous Seattle beers is the Ballard Bitter. So we have that's definitely a context in which it's a good place to plant a flag, I think, here locally.
Who makes that?
Is
that a Rubens?
That Hales, I think.
Oh, Hales, yeah. God, I haven't been there in ages.
No, it's been exactly right. TWC Blank, thank you so much. Jux wants to know. What do we think about drinking beer at the warmer temps, more traditional in Europe?
I think it's great. We love it. Absolutely love it.
You think it's the best? Why do you ask? There's a lot to like. But there's beers that want to be served there.
All beers except lagers.
Yeah, I mean,
like that's the thing. Like I love that temperature range is just fantastic because the flavors, you really experience all the flavors of the beer as they're meant to be experienced.
Yeah, and then also in what we have found when we were getting into the cask stuff over at Jolly Roger, which is to say Maritime's tap house, there's a lot of even really hopped beers. Once they get a little bit warmer, there's a lot of other like herbal, like vanilla, like there's a lot of other things that happen taste wise in specific ranges because the tongue is actually, a pretty low resolution device.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff it's not picking up. I mean, sweetness and cold have a really profound relationship in terms of like the science of how the tongue works. Like
and
once
we've
you deliver it in those different tiers.
Yeah, and in America we've been conditioned to think that beer should be served at
ice cold
36 degrees. Yeah. Right, and that's not true.
There has to be a certain amount of condensation on the glass. Basically, what we want is
your hand has to freeze to the glass.
You want to drink a commercial.
Yeah,
right. There has to be like the bubbles going up, and it has to be completely clear. That's one of the other fucked up,
that's
nonsense things.
Yep.
Yes, exactly right. Blind Cleric, boo indeed. Now, so something that's been happening. It's been happening for a while, but it's only intensified over Rona. Is that local breweries, especially if you have a tap house or something like that, a lot of your revenue streams are just in the shitter. I think that people are probably drinking more generally, but that doesn't mean that every brewery has the same level of access to that, especially that shelf, that retail shelf that is so rigorously controlled. Right. And so what you have here locally is you'll have places that are doing special beers for a specific local grocery store, or specifically for a local restaurant.
Well, it brings it back to olden times.
It does, though.
I mean, that's what an old brewery would be. It's your local pub that's brewing beer for a specific area of people. They weren't shipping.
Yeah. That's why when Profa, like all the brews that Profa does that we've designed on the show, that we really emphasize that's a cultural practice. Brewing is a cultural practice that we all own, but specifically it can mean something about where it is, and it can say something about where it is. Like a good example of this recently was the Icewind Ale, right?
Yes.
I mean, but those are real things. Those are real concepts.
That actually happened, right? Like that's a thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Voodoo Ranger in the chat. Trying to make you spend money elsewhere. Good on them, obviously. But yeah, Flagusco, that's exactly right. And so this is one. So we have Town and Country is a local grocery chain. And when I say chain, there's like a handful. It's not big at all. But their rails and sales for Town and Country, it looks like this.
Nice.
You can't see it 100% in terms of the color of the letters, but these are definitely Seahawks colors.
Oh,
So
really?
just in case you thought this beer was for some other place. And you can also see that tall format that local breweries are going to save on aluminum costs as well.
Stiggs, that thumbnail's awesome.
Yep. So let's take a look at the rails and sales. What they're saying is it's a hazy, which I think they have not lied to us there.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's a pale hazy, huh?
Right? With hop flavors. Thanks.
Wow, good call. I mean, great strategy.
I was just gonna say
solid
description. It's a little kinky, a little regional, but
man,
there are little shops that's trying hops in beer. I mean, it's weird. It's cute.
Yeah,
right?
I mean
it's
trying.
like okay.
Yeah, guys, good on you guys.
No, but let's see.
Man,
orange citrus.
All I've wanted ever was some hops in my IPA. You know,
Please.
I'm so glad you get to finally try it.
Well, I'm going to tell you about these hops. I guess it's a tangy flower. We'll see. It's like a soft cone. Orange citrus, melon, big peach, stone fruit. Okay.
Great. All sounds
certainly
delightful.
Smells like juice. Wow. No, it did everything they said.
So it has hops in it.
Yeah, a couple of different ones, I think.
Really?
Yeah, hazies, either the first ones. What's funny is that like now hazies are like Mega Juice, Scarlet Ravenwolf. Thank you so much.
Right.
It's Mega Juice, and they play around with that a lot. You have like your milkshake type, right? But the first ones that was all when it was still Northeast,
right?
But they weren't just messing around with that, because I mean IPAs have had those notes for a long time. Like we were getting into like El Dorado stuff at Pine.
Yep.
Over in Ballard, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Pine
absolutely.
Box? Yep. Like El Dorado was like a 3-4 years ago thing, right? We know about that, but the first hazies were emphasizing these like floral tastes in beer, and not the tart, not the tangy like pucker up type vibe.
Right. Exactly. It was more like a pineapple juice, like an easy entry.
Yeah, flavor. Exactly. But then but really soft floral stuff was all the big ones that I had at first. I remember the first year of PAX Unplugged, where they had crazy. That's when I first started to see the style, right?
Yeah, what the hell was that place? Anyways, yeah, it was weird going back and seeing like, oh yeah, New England IPA or Northeast IPA or whatever it was. I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
No, it's like Northeast IPA, and it's also like Cascadian Dark Ale. It's like, guys.
It's like, guys, it's a black IPA.
We know we don't need a special word for it.
Yeah.
We know what it is. The ratios, as this channel knows all too well, the styles simply define certain ranges. That's it. You can mess with them all that you want, but we don't necessarily need another name if you're doing all the regular stuff.
Right. If it's exactly the same.
Yes. EMW, I did go to Monk's in Philly, among many other places. I turned into a foraging animal, like a snuffling boar. When I go to Philly,
where did we find those?
My fucking face.
Yeah, the cheesesteaks. Where did we go? There's two places. One is in the terminal, Del Fresca, or
no. My favorite one is the one that the locals say is like their place. That's the Nick's.
No, the Nick's. That's the one in the terminal.
With the pork, yeah.
Yeah, but what was the other one we went to that was just as good that Ryan told us about? That was just phenomenal. It was like late at night, and it wasn't like Gus's or whatever. It was like Louis or someplace like that. It started with an L, I thought. And that was amazing.
Oh, yeah. I can picture it. I can picture it. But we went to that place, and you can't sit really.
No, you can't.
There's a couple things in the back. The whole place is just a line. Like that is the sort of place. How do you operate that right now? It's got to be all outside, right? But that line filled up like in a serpentine fashion, filled the entire place up.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so the Nix is fucking where it's at. I've also been to the Prince of Steaks as well. I have had a lot of these fucking sandwiches. Like there's no hard limit on how many
left unturned.
But there's no hard limit on how many dinners I'm willing to have.
Yeah.
At during PAX Unplugged.
Yeah.
I go nuts.
Yeah.
And there's a poutine chain also.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that place.
Oh boy.
I love PAX Unplugged. I really do.
No. So this is definitely a winner. This is a relatively new outfit. This E9.
Okay, are they close to you, or do you know where they are?
I honestly, I don't know exactly where they are. Let's see.
Well, at least we know they use hops. So
what's Tacoma?
Oh, okay.
So a few hours, south of here, but it's just
minutes.
It's just solid. But they're focused entirely on gigantic, just massive IPAs. Basically,
I mean,
even their hazies are aggressive as shit, but every time I go I see completely, so all of their labels are just two-tone with a different piece of text. Like there's nothing cool. Like they're clearly just iterating hard on their base, right?
But hey, if it works, and I mean that's a lot of, that's what people are into right now. So if especially during the pandemic, make what sells and keep the business going, right?
Yeah, it doesn't last.
Yeah. That's
like
awesome.
Like the E9 stuff at the corner shop does not last. All right, so let me track down. Oh, do you want to install the? Rinse?
Yeah, hold on. We got Johnny Brumonic to put in here.
So what are we looking for here with this bad boy? Summit, big.
Summit's great, but the malt bill I'm just salivating over is Vienna, honey, and chocolate. Like this is going to taste so good.
Christ.
But remember, we're gonna try and put the toasted sesame in later on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as a dry addition, probably.
Yep.
Extract some of those oils.
Yep.
But the European ale yeast is going to give us a little bit of a fruit character.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be
I'm excited. So let me go drop this in.
Well, Tobias wants to know if there's ever going to be a PAX Europe. Is Australia not close enough? Are you saying that's a 16-hour flight for you as well? But over Europe way, you have your own sort of gaming shows, as I understand it. You have gaming shows that I want to attend just as a person who likes games. Obviously, for the board game stuff, you have Essenspiel, which is the definitive, board game convention globally. And then you have Gamescom, which is, an overwhelming experience as well, as I understand it. And yeah, exactly right, Voodoo Ranger. And then you have like the EGX shows and Rezzed and the sub shows on those. Most of the reason we haven't done anything like that is because it seems like those are established definitional, local standbys. Now we have collaborated with EGX and did so during PAX Online. And we would be happy to do so again. But where there is one already, it just seems to me like it just seems outre, like bad form. Yeah, Tobias, I have heard that Gamescom is on the edge of being like overwhelming. Now, all right, so that's a big old box of grains you got back there, man.
Oh yeah, it's delightful.
Well, what's funny?
So good.
Well, it would. The honey malt by itself, out of the malts, I think that like that is the most obvious, clearest. That and Special B. I think Special B is powerful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep, agreed. Actually, the Old Lang Stein that we made smells amazing in the fermenter.
For Talp's Treasure?
Yeah, and I think we put some Care Aroma in that.
Yes, we did. That was the first time we ever touched on Care Aroma, right?
Yeah, and I really think that's going to be something special.
Oh, well, I mean, listen, we already know it's something special. The truth is that we made a bad beer. I actually still have it here. I'm afraid to open it again.
But we made a bad beer on purpose, like for the right reason.
No, I mean, it is executed flawlessly. It tastes like, as you suggested, like despair.
Yeah.
Right?
It tastes like regret.
Yeah, it tastes like a beer that your dad left on the counter overnight.
Yeah.
And there was a cigarette out in it.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like. And we executed it flawlessly.
Yeah. It was supposed to taste like that. And I am not ashamed that we made it.
No, not in the least. Not in the least. Yeah, Lane Winry, that was the ABV Club. Ugh.
Ugh.
I mean, again, flawlessly executed, bad concept.
Great concept. Everything was great.
No, I mean the taste we were going for. Exactly right.
Yeah,
I mean the taste we were going for. That's what's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh, we have to consider that it's gonna go back. Like
that's the point, Josh. It tastes like high school. This is horrible.
It brought me back, but like in a bad way to a bad place.
Yeah.
But Johnny Brumonic, this is obviously kick-ass shit for sure.
Yeah. I am so excited for this one.
That's a huge winner. Now the dough it's basically cycling that water.
Mm-hmm. It's resting at about 120 degrees.
Mm-hmm. So it's gonna do that first hit on it, and then you can expect the color you see on the main screen, a really nice, almost chestnut type color. Oof, too good. Yeah. Now, let me get at my document.
Yeah, and see what do we want to do?
Exactly.
Not as prime. Thanks for the sub.
No, and we dialed in a very cool, like the one we did for Cyberpunk, I think is going to be really, again, but that's executing a different concept. It's not necessarily like what you would want, but I feel like as an artifact of the space, I think that's going to be really cool.
I think it's going to be really, really neat.
Right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
A huge winner for sure. Yes, Jux, there really, really is no show like it. We're glad to do it. Now,
so
yeah,
just a quick recommendation. I was playing my wizard over the weekend. I think maybe we could do. I was thinking, why don't we try some spells? Maybe make some spells. One is fireball because that's just going to be fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, here, you know what?
We could do a magic missile.
Let's say the theme is spells.
Yep.
And then let's have the chat kick it out. So, first spell, fireball.
Fireball.
The truth is that generally speaking, fireball and magic missile are both going to be coming up a lot.
Right. But like fireball can be just amazing because it doesn't have to be high. It could just be something that kicks you in the face or something that your friends hate you for bringing. Right. Because like, did you really blow up fireball in this room with all of this? You know,
no.
Like,
we can.
So it can go in all these different directions, right?
We can maintain that end to end, and then especially on the magic missile side, the fun thing there would be to do Jim's magic missile, which is apparently a real spell.
Yeah.
But then you come in with the Huckleberry or something like that.
Yeah. You sleep is a good one. Shapeshift, chromatic orb. God damn.
Ooh, chromatic orb is great.
I think we've
Tasha's hideous, uncontrollable laughter. Oh God, Slay Living is too good.
Fog Cloud, great. Tasha's uncontrollable lager, yeah.
Right.
Polymorph could be fun. Chill Touch, pretty cool. Chromatic, fucking chromatic spray.
Well, chromatic spray, chromatic orb. I mean, both incredible.
Fucking color spray. Remember that? Ugh.
Yeah. Cloud Kill.
Cloud Kill, yeah.
Sticks to Snakes. Frosty, this is demonic.
Oh, Vampiric Touch, that's fun. Circle of Death, always great.
Yeah. Tasha's hideous, uncontrollable laughter, I think. Is fun.
Oh, Misty Step, good call, EMW.
Yeah, do a hazy.
Flesh to Stone, cool. Oh, Moonbeam, yeah. Smite.
Yeah. Healing Word, I feel like is in the continuum sort of the health potion that we did, which I think going to be about as good as it can be. Pyro. I'm not sure Cloudkill is the flavor we crave. Well,
yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
True seeing. Now we're done. True seeing. Now we are done. Now, I've got bad news for you, Mr. Benson.
Yeah.
You have become,
God damn it, come on,
much tangier. So when you're going in to change it, what are you changing in there?
It's the rendering. So you
basically tried every renderer so far, right?
Yeah, this is getting and the one that works is GDI, but when I because to get it off of Direct 3D.
But then it still takes it to the bone zone.
Yeah, apparently. Hold on, let me. What a goofed thing. Bah!
Parfait.
Yeah, for about 5 seconds.
Exquisito. Now, we got a good thing going here.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Beckenbauer is like, well, Eric is neon green. I want to repeat my wish for fluorescent food dye for the throne beer. Listen, I know you're into it.
We get it. We get it. Love it.
Look, I know that it's what you want. EMW, I have a meeting, unfortunately, after this, but I might be back later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we are.
I mean, that's what we play at night. I mean,
literally,
we play that recreationally in the home.
And I gotta admit, we're kind of okay at it.
We're kind of okay. There's a couple really nasty decks right now that are creating problems for us, but it's because they have a very specific tone where they hit you with 3 of the same unit at once, which isn't even possible unless you've been playing for a long time and have built up a specific card. It's sort of like I don't know if it's exactly a win button, but it's damn near. It's damn near.
Yeah.
Yes, EMW. I don't consider streaming. Most of the things that I do, I don't actually consider my job, but there are job things that do need to be managed on occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Ooh, wait, did True Seeing overtake Tasha's?
It did. True Seeing actually ran with it at the end.
That's not what I was expecting.
I know, me either. But it is the smartest. It actually is the smartest.
All right.
Unfortunately, I think True Seeing is going to be a heavy one.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll read you the I can talk today. The description.
Yeah.
This spell gives the willing creature you touch the ability to see things as they actually are. For the duration, the creature has true sight, notices secret doors hidden by magic, and can see into the ethereal plane, all out to a range of 120 feet.
Yeah.
This, I feel, is going to
Unfortunately, this is some big stuff.
Yeah.
Right. We're talking about a Belgian triple. We're talking about a Scotch heavy.
Yeah.
We're talking about a barley wine. Frankly, we're talking about hammers, like big beers.
Okay.
It's got to be nuts. One of our favorite.
Wait a minute. What about a Belgian triple?
Oh yeah, that's one of the ones I threw out right away.
Oh, did you say that? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I missed that. Okay.
Well, no, I feel like out of the artful approaches here, the Belgian triple.
Yep.
Which is just a monster. Do you want to go into the particulars?
Yeah, it's triple.
Give me an example, like Fin du Monde.
Yeah, the Fin du Monde
is a triple, right?
Yeah. Yep, exactly. It's just higher ABV, higher, more IBUs,
but still sweet and strange, like Belgians tend to be, right?
Yep, exactly. You're still getting it's moderately fruity.
Yeah. But the sweet strangeness, I feel like
Actually, I shouldn't say that. The alcohol, well, it's 7.
it's big.
Yeah.
And they feel big when you drink them. But the truth
Yep.
is, we can take it farther north than we want to. But the main thing about it is that not only is it strong, it still has that, like I was saying, that Belgian strangeness.
Right.
I don't mean like the nation. I mean the yeast strain exposes genuinely odd flavors that would be off flavors in any other context.
Yeah.
Right. So Belgian Triple, I feel like, has got to be in the mix. Now, there was one you were telling me that, like, they had made it to compete with some other form. Was that the Scottish heavy?
No, that's just a Belgian was really made to compete with other
It's
lagers.
a monster.
Yeah.
Well, see, so we could do a Belgian Pils that was really cool and take it north ABV wise, but then it would also be crisp and clear, which I think fits the theme in a different way, right?
Yeah.
Now, what else do we think would be a cool style for this one? Calfo. Now, we don't have to add fish eyes, which I assume is the material component.
Googly eyes, yeah.
Yeah, Voodoo Ranger with the science there in the channel. Diacetyl is considered an off flavor, but hit them triple as well. Now, diacetyl is the one that has the banana taste.
Yep.
Or butter.
And, butterscotch.
Yeah.
We could do an imperial stout. Like, that's just an easy, hey, there we go.
Just a hammer.
Brosefino, we're not going to do an Eisbach just yet because we can't lager it until we get back into the studio.
Okay. And what was that last one?
No. I was saying we wouldn't do an Eisbach just yet because we can't lager until.
Yeah, no Eisbach. But after the triple and after the Pils.
Oh, an imperial stout.
Imperial stout. That's right.
That'd be amazing. But I mean, it all depends on how you want to take it, right? Like Belgian, like a Belgian Pils or a triple. It's kind of cloudy, but you can still see through it, right?
Right. And Imperial the stout, yeah. So, but we have three. We have three interesting. Yeah, but we have three interesting statements about what it could mean. Yep. The Imperial Stout is just the stark nature.
It's going to knock you into the ethereal plane
of the exactly, but it's also you don't want to see it, right?
Right.
The triple is going to be coming in with the strength. That's one way, and then the Pils is just going to be crystal clear.
Yeah.
Every one of those has a philosophical foundation.
What was I thinking?
Yeah, Pyro saying that the 90s artificial banana flavor is a basic ass aromatic ester. It's easy as hell. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, the truth is, it's funny. There was was it a red or a sour? There was a place we used to go grab beers after the C Team.
Yep. That
opened up pretty close. My guess is that place is probably dead.
Wait, I mean Raven's Head?
No, they're good. There was another.
Oh, Hi-Fi.
Yeah, my guess is that it was a pretty small operation in the best of times.
I think they were gone before the COVID hit.
Yeah, it was pretty rough out there for them, I think. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at that color and that foam.
Yeah, that's going to be delightful.
On the device.
Yep. I'm all for this.
Yeah. And then also, just for your own purposes, precious chat, I mean, you can see that patent malt in there. It really, really stands out against the rest of that bill, right? Take a look. And most of that color is coming from that very, very small edition. Christian Franz, what are you doing
What?
in here?
How are you up?
You know, because we occasionally talk to Christian Franz, I have where he lives set up on my phone as one of the times.
Oh, excellent.
My suspicion is that he is up at a weird time.
I would think so. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, Tobias, I feel exactly the same way. I mean, you know, our friend Christian Franz here is obviously a treasure to us.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, our fantasy is to one day be able to go and see him. I mean, our fantasy was to do this last year.
Yeah, it was planned.
It was literally a planned thing. To go and check out some Oktoberfest, get down in the Schwarzwald. You know what I mean? Definitely stolen from us, 100%. Now, they want the triple. They want the strange fruit. Yeah, I think, and I like that as a concept.
Okay.
Saucefire, there's no universe in which I help you move that couch.
Wait, what?
Unless you live next door. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah. Keep in mind, so Christian Franz is dropping the science there. The fantasy, of course, was to check out Essenspiel, get some Oktoberfest beers in us, hang out and war game with our friend Christian Franz. Before COVID, Jerry owed me $5.
What?
Devil. Now, but let it be said, I really like the choice here.
Me too.
Because I think it's the strangest of the bunch.
I
think that
it.
It's going to have there's going to be an unpredictable aspect to it, which is what I like about it. Yeah. If we're talking about true seeing, right? Yep. And it's also going to hit like a truck. So Belgian Triple it is. Is it time to generate our statistics?
Is. So a triple is typically between 7.5% and 9.5% ABV.
Jesus.
So one is going to give you enough to have some dark vision, right? To kind of just see what's in front of you. The 9.5 is sending you to the ethereal plane.
Yeah, exactly. To witness events that have not yet occurred.
Exactly. So that's where yeah, everybody's going to the ethereal plane at this point.
They want the big, I knew this was happening.
Yeah, I mean, 8.5 is nice too. I mean, there is reason to go there.
Jesus. Well, look, it's 9.5. No one else can beat it at this point. It's too big. Holy shit. And we have definitely made 9s and 10s.
Yeah, totally.
On the show. But the responsibility that we have, I think, as brewers collectively, is to earn that 9.5. Right? To actually to make something, the rest of this has got to be worth it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oof, okay. Let me bring up the SRM. So SRM is usually between 4.5 and 7.
Yeah. So give us that window. 4.5 and 7. These are not dark.
No.
Right. I mean, we haven't even left the first line here. Wow. There's some.
Yeah, Josh, can you switch that? Oh, I'm green.
So is it when you interact? Is it when you start swapping and changing things?
It could be.
On the computer?
Yeah, okay. There could be something to that.
So 4 to 7. So let's extend the range a little bit for our use, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's say 4, 7, 10. And, conceptually, SRM.
Conceptually, I just want to see green flame emotes every time this happens now.
Oh, it does happen to a certain extent now. So what we're talking about here in this is, I think, the opacity.
Pretty much.
Right. What kind of vision, like what gel is overlaid over this true sight, right?
Right. God, so what numbers did you give?
I went 4, 7, 10, just to give you kind of give us some cool options. The truth is, in terms of the grains that we're going to be using, we can fit all kinds of great beers into these. Right?
Yeah.
We can do just fine with that. Yeah, the clearer the better. Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, I'm getting good at it.
You fixed that one really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think there's a real case to be made on the.
I like the 7. I mean that. Yeah.
The truth is they're all winners.
Right.
We can figure out exactly what it means on either side of it. All I would say is that I like the strangeness of the lower SRM.
Because it's kind of like a veil being removed.
Yes.
Right.
Well, yeah. Or it's covering the truth.
Yeah.
The truth comes from the actual consumption. You're looking at this thing, and it is delivering something very, very serious, even at that light color.
Right.
But then it's hitting with an almost 10% ABV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a little scary, I think, in terms of that imagery.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, God, they're going for the 7 too. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to be conscious of that. Exactly right. Beer goggles is the thing I've held in my mind the entire time. So 7 SRM. Lots to do there. Very cool color, I think. Strange. Now we just got to figure out, when you have that type of ABV, what are you doing on the IBU side?
Yep. So let's get back and see if I turn green.
It would be nice to have information about what does create the change.
Yep. It wasn't the switch.
Not this time.
It wasn't the switch.
Not this time.
Okay.
Now,
so typically between 20 and 40 IBUs is really where a triple is going to be, because it's not super hoppy, right? You're letting the yeast and the malts really take over the flavor profile.
So I'm going to give a range of 20, 35, 50. Just that there's the option of going, now what did you just do?
I opened up a new window.
That's what made it green.
Okay, let's try this again. Hold on.
Do we have the mental fortitude to troubleshoot this product?
Right. For Zoom. This is why they're down 200 points.
We are helping them today. He's gone. I'm in a prison of my own design. It's not my design.
Okay. So let's test this hypothesis. I'm going to open up a new window. Did I go green?
Not yet.
How about now?
No.
Okay, so it's all random.
It's complete. Yeah, there's no way to stop it.
Okay, so.
What did you just do now?
I didn't do anything. I literally did nothing. I came closer to the camera.
Now, Eric, did you think any impure thoughts?
Well, I mean, I thought about freaking cane sugar, but that was about it.
Yeah, this is RNGesus for sure. Now, just as a brief thing, chat, please talk amongst yourselves. Eric, do you remember Jesus Christ?
That's where you're taking this?
I think about Jesus Christ at least once every 2 or 3 days. God, how did he survive? How did he survive so long? Tobias, Jesus Christ was an acolyte in my Gene Stealer cults faction when I was first learning to play Kill Team with Eric on stream. Holy shit. Well, and so this is like these units, they're not meant, the whole purpose of them is to basically plug up enemy infantry. Like they're not meant to succeed.
Yeah.
Right. But for some reason, this son of a bitch just endured. Hey, look, so they do not want anything crazy on this IBU.
Cool. I think that's great.
I think the true sight involves these sugars getting crazy. Beckenbauer, it's entirely possible. When I was in Ireland, of course, this would have been years and, God only knows, but 90. God, when was it? 97, maybe? Mm-hmm. When I was over there, I was surprised to learn that beet sugar is like just the normal sugar that you have every day. Even in like Pepsi, it's beet sugar.
Yep.
Neon, that's a very, very well put message. Now, but that's it. They want the 20 on there.
Okay. Okay, so let's go with our base malts. We're going to have two choices here. One, we can go with a traditional 2-row for this.
Which I would say is basically
clean and crisp and balanced.
Beer malt.
Yep. The other is going to be a Belgian Pilsner malt. This is more traditional, but it's going to be sweeter. It's still clean and crisp, but sweeter than the 2-row is going to be. Just a little bit.
The Belgian Pils?
Yep.
A classic base malt.
Yep. It tastes amazing. I actually really like using a Belgian Pils in IPAs.
Really?
It's really fun. It's a fun little.
Well, it just sets it against it, right? Because those are so much about. I mean, IPAs are essentially a war between malts and hops, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then where you fall on that line as a brewer sort of defines the profile.
Exactly.
Man, this is really good. Andy, thank you so much. If you enjoy the overlay, of course, it should be known that is Josh's handiwork. Oh, Jones Soda! Don't even get me started.
Oh,
Jones Soda.
Man.
Jones Soda is the magic. Jones Soda is the
elixir of elixirs.
Well, it's the LAN party beverage par excellence.
Oh yeah. Well. Okay. Back in the day, though, were you a Jolt or a Balls drinker?
Oh, it was mega Jolt because Balls was a little bit. That didn't really happen. In bulk until later.
Right.
Like the specialty soda thing, that was much later. Jolt Cola was easy to get for nothing.
Yeah. That was
Balls, and Balls is actually sort of irrevocably, certainly if you've been at PAX for years and years, Balls is like irrevocably joined to PAX.
Yeah.
Because the first year was 24 hours.
Yeah.
And,
so it was just stacked.
And Balls was also a sponsor.
That's great.
It was.
That's fantastic.
It was a dark period. Let's put it that way.
Many cases were consumed.
Oh my gosh! Well, and they just put out that root beer flavor. Ooh.
But like for when we were landing, it was always Jolt, like just
Oh yeah,
cases of
and
fucking
also I really like Jolt.
Jolt. Yeah.
So I
Do they
think
still make it? Like
I like to drink it. Somebody must be making it,
right,
right?
right.
I mean, they make Brondo, right?
Yeah, like
Somebody must be
somebody brought
making.
back Surge, so I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
somebody must be making this toxic material now.
Yeah.
Um, so they want the Belgian pills.
Really? Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I think so too.
Let's do this. Pills. There we go. Crank that up a little.
All right, so that's going to be a really nice. Well, and also look how bright it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really nice, sweet base.
Yeah,
but also,
exactly.
I mean, take a look at this color, and then in your mind, think about a Pilsner. Think about that color, clear,
mm-hmm.
crystal clear, filled with bubbles. There's your Pilsner.
Right, exactly.
That's it right there.
Yep. So the next choice is really what kind of direction we're going to take this in. We can either go, I say using a Belgian grain of Caravien, which is going to give us some caramel and breadiness to it.
I like that. So move it in a rich, like that wholesome direction.
Yep.
That sustaining direction.
Or we go with a Belgian biscuit and really just go hard on the biscuit.
Have we ever used Belgian biscuit?
Nope.
So my guess is that it is crisp, clear,
mm-hmm.
but involves a like a sweet bread.
Yep.
A digestive biscuit, like a baby teething biscuit.
Yeah.
Black root.
Yeah, exactly.
You never give a baby black. Here, no. So I'm gonna hit this start, and then I'll be right back. Okay.
Great.
You got this. Soft shoe. Don't go green.
Shit. I really wanted to. I was, So another malt we could actually put in this would be an aromatic malt, which is going to give us a raisiny, dry fruit flavor, which could be kind of fun. So let's put that on the back burner and think about that as a possible flavor. We could also put in some candy, Belgian candy, as well. So that's another way we could go around with this. I'm trying to think of what else, or we could go Victory and make it really toasty or toffee. So I think those might be the combinations. Yeah. What if I go green and then come back before he gets back, right? There's a brewed Monster Energy. Are you serious? Neon Graveyard. I wouldn't doubt that there is the energy drink called cocaine. Actually, Beckenbauer, we could go with acidulated malt as well. So that's another one. So let's say the next vote will be either a Victory malt, which will give us that toffee flavor, or toasted and nutty, really. The aromatics, which is going to be a raisiny, or we can go with the acidulated, which is kind of.
Behold.
Hey! Whoa!
All right, so where did it go? Ooh, the Belgian biscuit, another first for the channel.
Yeah. Okay. So add hops. Or no, not add hops. Yeah, fool. Biscuit.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Gosh, okay, so we got the Belgian pills up front, biscuit. So take a look at that. Take a look at that color there. Ooh,
yeah,
gosh,
that looks real good.
Doesn't that look rich?
Yeah, it looks
and then
really
and then
good.
swap it. Let's swap it back to the recipe thing, so you can sort of get a sense of what we're going for in the glass in terms of like we've added our Pilsner, we've added our Belgian biscuit.
Yep.
That is a cool color.
Right. So now let's talk about some flavors that we talked a little bit about with the chat while you're going. First would be an aromatic malt. This is going to add a honey and raisiny flavor.
Aromatic malt?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Right. So it'll give us a raisiny, like a dried fruit flavor to the
strange.
Yeah. Could be really, really fun with what we've built up already. Another one, Beckenbauer suggested would be acidulated malt, which will give us a little bit of that soury.
Hey, now you see that in a Goza.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Right? Put a little bit of that, like a tangy nature, but not from the yeast.
Yep.
Gosh, that could be weird.
Yep.
I like that.
The last one would be a victory malt, which would give us nutty. Like a toffee and nut flavor. So any one of these, we're really, we're winning off of.
The victory is a toffee?
Yeah, it's like a toffee nutty flavor, toasted nutty.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would taste. I mean, I think that all these would taste good, but that is really, really weird.
Yeah, so we have a lot
like
of
the acidulated malt is such a like an inside baseball, like curatorial pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so strange stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this is clearly going to let you see through magical darkness and anywhere you really need to get to go.
Gosh, they want the tang.
I'm cool with it.
I have no problem with it, especially since we've already built something. The base is already really stable.
Yeah, totally.
And so you can experiment a little bit with that sharp flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just have to be conscious. I mean, and again, the acidulated malt, it's not going to be, by volume, it's not going to be most of it.
Right.
Where do we come in with, with on the hop side and on the yeast side, which of these things are we going to emphasize?
Yep.
Graham Baxter, deeply shameful, obviously, but we welcome you. When we want the maximum amount of Graham Baxter, obviously, and so we're just glad to have what we can. So we are doing True Sight, the spell, as a beer. So Crazy Pants cranked up the ABV up to almost 10. SRM 7, so an interesting tan color. IBU quite low. Mm-hmm. And now we've just put in an acidulated malt, which is going to offer a tang inside the rest of this base, which is just only here. Only here. Yep, they want the acidulated, by God.
Okay. So let's add that. Okay, so I think we're good when it comes to
our malt bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's wild. You wouldn't want to go too much crazier on this. 4 ounces. So that's the same, basically, that's the same touch as we had for our Black Baton malt.
Yep.
On 666. So it's not a lot, but you will know that it's there. The main thing is to make that tanginess pay via, obviously, our fruit esters from the yeast, and then wherever we go with the hop, right?
Yep.
Exactly right,
And
Graham Baxter. So take a look.
What was our ABV we were going for?
The ABV on this is 9.5.
Okay. Here we are. I'm pressing the wrong button.
Yeah, almost 6 pounds.
Yep. There we go. Actually, let's bring that biscuit down.
Jumping Jesus.
Yep. Okay. So let's talk about hops for right now.
Yeah.
We got a couple ways we can do this. One of the traditional ones we can go with is Saz. This is going to be, it's mild, it's earthy and herbal with a little bit of spice in there.
Got it.
So
again, another classic one, like our Tet.
Styrian Goldings is another favorite that we don't use often, but it's really nice. It's earthy flavors, but it also imparts a little bit of a white pepper flavor into the beer.
Weird.
Yeah.
There are spicy, traditionally spicy, not just like earthy spicy, right? But in that cinnamon cardamom type thing.
Yeah.
There are spicy hops.
And this one is going in a complete opposite direction. This is more ethereal, I think, than Seeing Through the Dark, right?
Yeah.
This is Hule Melon. Ooh. This is going to give us honeydew flavors and strawberry flavors.
That's pure kink, dude. Like,
right? I think that's a cool. That could
that's
be a, really
wild ride, but especially because we're dedicated to creating a Belgian triple.
Yeah.
Right. Adding fruits, which typically they're not going to include a lot of fruity flavors in their hop profile. The fruity flavors are going to come from the esters generated by the yeast. If you lean into that a little bit on the hop side, you're going to be coming up with something really, really unique.
Right.
I didn't say good.
Hey.
But I am very interested. Brianish,
very on board with this.
Brianish is suggesting Brew site.
It's a good first draft.
Like for the name, but it's not time for the names yet, man. You're going wild.
Close. Okay.
Oh, hey. So if anybody wants to mess around, if anybody has a card game shaped hole in their life, check out.
I like where you're going with this.
There's a really, really neat, I mean, like most card games, free to play. I mean, I've played it for 10, 12 hours and I haven't paid a cent, and I may never pay a cent because there's a lot of free codes out online to get packs. Try Mythgard. And this goes for you too, Eric.
What is it?
Try Mythgard. You want to see this like all women Valkyrie biker gang.
Yeah, it sounds.
You need it in your life.
What?
Yeah, and then there's a CCG also. I'm just saying, Mythgard. It's on Steam. Grab it. Yeah, Tobias, it's true. It's true. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, Eric, we had a basically like socially distanced, Warhammer.
Yeah,
we've played Warhammer a couple times, fully masked, gooed, opposite sides of a big table.
Yep.
Right, but he just got the new Blood Bowl, and we built most of the pieces the other day. So are both armies basically built now?
They're all built. Everything's ready to go. And let me tell you, one, I can't wait till we can socially distance play it. But two, I can't wait till we can bring it on stream. Because it is, I feel like that's the necessity. Fucking concept.
Well, and again, Blood Bowl has always been cool, but the new Blood Bowl is very, very smart.
Yeah,
and it's very, very legible. So
absolutely.
So when we play games on the stream, the fantasy for us is that the legibility is very high. Right. We want you to be able to see it enough to be able to lean in and enjoy, choose a side, and understand what that even means. Blood Bowl basically is at the apex of all of those things that we're trying to do.
Right.
Um, the truth is, there's a new version of Blood Bowl, the PC game, coming out as well.
Is it really?
Based on the new rules, yeah. So the possibilities are endless there.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot wait to like all the concepts that I love in wargaming are kind of smashed into this, and they're simplified down so it's easy to learn, very quick. The game is an hour, maybe hour and a half at most, but then you have a lot of pre-game and post-game stuff that you do, like drafting and determining what's going on the field, bribing the refs, things like that, right? So there's just a lot of fun, and it always just reminds me of Mutant League football.
Yeah.
Right.
No, EMW, understand that when Eric and I say streamlined, we don't mean anything like what another person would say.
Yeah,
we don't even mean streamlined. We mean not as hard as some of the shit that we get up to, because we lean way into indie war games. Like, we have seen what the space represents. So they want the melon, my friend.
I think that's great.
Me too.
And what was our IBU that we were going for?
The IBU on this bad boy is only 20.
Okay.
They want, what that means functionally is they want Belgian esters to be the story.
Yeah. So then let's talk about the yeast that we're going to throw in here. The first one is going to be the Belgian Ale. This is going to give us the ester flavors that we're talking about.
The flavors we associate with Belgians.
Yep.
Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, whenever you lick a Belgian, this is what comes off, right?
Mm-hmm. Fruity. So we're talking about fruity, banana, clove, that type of stuff.
Yep. Then we're gonna go with the Trappist ale, which is distinctly fruity and plum characteristics.
Oh, so plum, so dark, rich, sweet.
Mm-hmm. And those will be the two choices.
Very different. But if you have ever had a Trappist ale, you know exactly what they mean.
Yep.
When they say, when they say plum, there's almost no other way to describe what that is. It's almost a wine character in a beer. This dark, heavy fruit, right?
Yep.
While including no fruit.
Well, just not actually being there. Ooh, God. Okay, Trappist is taking an early lead on this.
Yeah, they're big. They're big, but I mean, I like it. The truth is, it's still going to give us the fruit. Like, it's still like Belgian is a mood, right? And inside that, Beckenbauer, definitely grains are technically a fruit, but that doesn't mean that they taste like the fruits that we think of when we think of fruits.
Right.
Like a tomato, right? No, they want the Trappist because they want that sort of edge case outsider thing. They want those things emphasized, right?
Yep.
Trappist it is.
Trappist it is. Okay.
Man, I think this is another winner. Now, do you have filtration capabilities over there?
No.
I mean, we never filter.
No. I don't really see a need to, but
no, I'm only wondering about the aesthetic.
No, I mean, this is,
I think my guess is that this is going to look the way
I have had cloudy Belgians.
Yeah.
That's not a
it happens.
It does not have to be clear. That's for sure.
No.
I am excited about this beer.
This is a fucking winner, dude. Iceberg, thank you so much for the sub. Now, so have we reached the name phase?
I think we have.
So Brianish is in for
he's already, that one was already
brew site.
Christian, good call. Triple Vision, good
Triple
one.
Vision, I like that.
In vino veritas, yeah. Sight beyond sight. Depth perception. Great. Tatotech. Drink the veil. Yeah. Brew seeing.
Yeah, sight beyond sight. We're leaning into some classic Thundercat
Yeah.
behavior.
Right. If we Beckenbauer, if we were using Tet, that would be great. The truth shall make you eat Tet. Ethereal lens, great. Brood goggles, yeah.
Hey, Frosty, I've been sitting on Triple Vision for a good half an hour.
Classic. Astral Brood.
Yep, we got some winners here.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
Times you might be able to mix those some way or another.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a path. There's labor. There's definitely labor involved. Pookie, man. God bless you. Josephine, I want a seed you later.
That's pretty great.
IPA. Oh, no, I like it.
Yeah.
I still like it. I'm putting it in there. Etherenol, tasteful.
Prismatic fluid, great. Etherenol, yeah. I think that's great.
All right. Take a look.
Detect hops. Yeah. That we can use for an IPA when we do one. Depth perception is really good. God, they're all real good.
All right.
I think.
Brew sight, very tasteful, very tasteful.
Yeah, but Triple Vision's coming back. Look at this.
You love to see it. Well, hey, while this is running, can we get a rub on these grains?
Oh, are you gonna sing?
I will.
All right.
Good evening.
Josh has to switch the.
Well, you know Josh is on it. You know he loves to click. All right, I see the hand. I see the rub happening. I love it. Good evening. Is this available? Yes, it is. Please leave me alone. We are sleeping. No more contacting, please. Thanks. Appreciate you contacted me. Oh, I'm no longer interested. Please stop contacting me now. I will contact Attorney General if you do not stop. Thanks. All right. I got you.
All right.
Gosh, it might be a runoff vote. Let's take a look here.
Oh, wow. Look at that. It's getting close.
God, it's close, but is it close enough? Man, it's really between a vote here. All right. It's 125. I'll do it. A runoff.
Wait, what song did you sing?
It's this awesome These awesome internet drama turned into songs by Lublin.
Oh my God, I love that. I've seen that and it's amazing.
Well, no, it's too good, dude. It's too fucking good.
Oh,
I'm obsessed with it.
God.
That's like my shower song. But the
Yeah.
thing that sucks is that nobody has made like a 10-hour version of his songs yet. And so I have to go back and like scoot I have to like scrub back to the beginning, but I'm soaking wet. And so I can't like, I have to like get the washcloth and then dry,
Yeah.
and then it's a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, it really should be like a Amazon Prime channel or something, or a Spotify channel at
Man,
this point.
He deserves all good things.
Yeah, I saw that and my jaw dropped. It was so brilliant.
I can't get enough of it. I'm obsessed with it. The end. All right, there's your runoff vote. You beasts.
Oh God, yeah, there we go. Oh, I like what you did there. You switched it up. Triple vision first.
You see what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh.
I mean, I can do the next one also. I mean, next time I'll do Lublin's second.
Yeah.
It does have the B word in it.
Mm.
So, and obviously we need to be conscious of that.
Is this really a 50-50? Is this 50-50 right now?
If they're going to do it, you devils. You demons. Yeah, Brosephine, you have to. Careful who your friends are. It's vital. No, Triple Vision came out on top somehow.
I don't know.
No, here comes Brew Site.
Look it. Coming around the fence, we got Triple Vision. Brew Site.
Well, now it's okay. Now Brew Site's literally in the manner of a horse race or a knife fight. The Brew Site only came through at the end.
Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. You see this shit? Josh is in the chat, pressing 2. I see him.
There's no scaling. There's no thumb on the scale.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to close my eyes.
Yeah. And just start counting down.
I'm going to close my eyes.
Just
10
count
seconds. 1, 2.
Oh, God. Wait. No. Oh, shit. Do it.
I'm just counting to 10.
Do it.
Now they're equal because they're devils.
Okay, then we're gonna call it Triple Brew Strike. Site.
Here. No, you get into the chat.
Yep.
And you put your vote in.
Okay.
And I'll put my vote in. We have to tie break.
Okay.
Because these childs. Are you ready?
Ready? Set.
Yep. God, they equaled it up.
They did it.
Here's the best part. I haven't signed in yet. Yeah. That's right. Don't worry. I can fix this.
If this doesn't work, it's Triple Brew Site.
Filthy animals. Brew Site. Now, but not because it wasn't close. Not because it wasn't close. It was very, very close. Now, Brew Site it is. Now, now, Josh, is it possible? Do you have the tools for us to grab the machinery of the universe and put it over to Mike? Or he basically has to take over the stream, right? Well, God damn it. Oh, understood. Well, here, we'll still do it. And then we'll end it. All right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Should we do this? Like, should we raise the beer up and the foam down?
No, we'll do what we can.
Yeah,
right
Josh,
now,
play the intro and we'll just raise the
My suspicion is that Josh knows a way to get us halfway there.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
I don't live it on a prayer.
All right, you ready? All right, precious chat, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to go to our left. Thank you so much for rolling through for another episode of Acquisitions Intoxicated. We send you now to my friend Mike Krahulik, who will draw tomorrow's strip for you. Thanks so much for rolling through. Ready?